Let me tell you a truth that might hurt. You're not stuck because you lack discipline. You're stuck because you still believe you're the same person you've always been. It sounds harsh, right? But think about it for a moment. Many times have you started a new routine? Waking up early, journaling, exercising, reading, setting goals, only to fall back into the old patterns weeks later? You might say, I want to grow, but your subconscious whispers back, but that's not who you are. So even when your conscious mind pushes forward, your subconscious pulls you back. And in that tug-of-war, guess who wins? It's a part of you that runs 95% of your life, the subconscious. The science backs it. Your brain is neuroplastic, meaning it changes with experience, repetition, and emotional intensity. That's your key. It's not laziness. It's not a lack of motivation. It's something much deeper. You can plant a new seed. Today, it does it out of protection. The brain's job is not to make you successful. It's to keep you safe. Don't just say, I want to be healthier or I want to be rich. Bit by bit, day by day. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is embodiment. That's vague. Instead, create a new identity. Because people just repeat them mechanically, without belief, without emotion. Don't filter. Just observe. You'll start to see the mental programming that's been running your life. Move your body. Put on a song that lights you up. Speak words that empower. Breathe deeply. Visualize your highest self. Not as something outside of you, but as who you already are. Beneath the dust of old conditioning. Every time she sat to record, her heart would race, her hands would sweat. But she made herself one promise. I will speak my truth, even if my voice shakes. She published one episode, then another, then another. Today, that podcast reaches thousands. Not because the fear vanished, but because she acted anyway. Then pick one thought, just one, and challenge it. Ask, is this really true? Where did I learn this? But here's the truth. Fear is not the enemy. But if you surround yourself, even virtually, with voices that uplift ideas that stretch you, mentors that remind you of your greatness, and that process begins the moment you decide, I am done being a version of myself that no longer fits. You rise, you become. It's shaped by your next thought, your next word, your next breath. Fear is proof that you're growing, that you're stepping into unfamiliar territory. So don't wait for the fear to go away. Move with it. Fear only loses power when you stop running from it. Instead of saying, I want to be confident, say, I am the kind of person who speaks with calm and clarity, and embody that today. Instead of saying, I want to get in shape, say, I am someone who honors my body. Then go drink that water. Go for that walk. The smallest action becomes a vote for the new you. Feel your feet on the floor, your spine tall, your heart open. In this moment, you are safe. In this moment, you are powerful. In this moment, you can choose again. Every time you do something afraid, your courage expands, your identity evolves, your reality shifts. You don't need to wait for a new year, a new job, a new relationship. The shift begins inside. When you speak differently, think differently, move differently. Above all, believe differently. What would I choose to believe instead? That's how you begin to reclaim your power. But words without feeling are empty. The magic happens when you combine words, emotion, and vision. When you say, I am confident, and actually feel what confidence would feel like in your body. When you close your eyes and see yourself walking into that room, speaking with clarity, smiling with ease, that's not fantasy, that's reprogramming. I am a person who honors my body with every choice. I am someone who attracts and multiplies abundance. You drive without thinking, eat without thinking, scroll your phone without thinking. That's not a flaw, it's efficiency. But the danger comes when that autopilot is programmed by outdated stories. Stories like, I always mess up. I'm not creative. Success is for other people. These are not facts. Your emotional and energetic state dictates what you notice, what you attract, and how you respond. Ever notice how, when you're in a low state, tired, anxious, afraid, everything feels harder? But when you're in a high state, joyful, grateful, inspired, doors open, ideas flow, synchronicities appear? That's not magic. That's resonance. You attract what you are, not what you want. These are inherited beliefs, and beliefs can be rewritten. Then, every day, speak it, feel it, act from it. When your behavior begins to align with your identity, that's when your life begins to change. And safe often means familiar. Even if familiar means frustrated, overworked, anxious, or stuck. So when you try to step into a new identity, when you dare to dream bigger, your brain senses danger and it resists. That's why change feels hard, not because it's impossible, but because your mind is simply doing what it was programmed to do. Deep down, your identity, your internal blueprint hasn't changed. And here's the twist. Your brain doesn't sabotage you out of cruelty. But here's the good news. What was programmed can be reprogrammed. You are not a fixed being. You are adaptable, moldable, capable of deep and lasting transformation. Because everything in your life, your habits, your choices, your relationships, your income, is simply a reflection of that belief. If you believe you're disorganized, you'll subconsciously create chaos. If you believe you're not worthy of love, you'll sabotage every relationship. If you believe you'll always struggle with money, you'll find ways to block abundance. Belief is the seed, reality is the tree. Change doesn't start with action, it starts with identity. Let me ask you something powerful. Who do you believe you are? But guess what? Start by choosing one area of your life you want to change, and let's be clear, it's not about faking it, it's about becoming it. Do you know why affirmations sometimes don't work? Now let's talk about your autopilot. Most of your life is lived unconsciously. Here's a technique. For 3 mornings right after you wake up, write down the first 10 thoughts that come to mind. Let me take you deeper. You're not stuck because of your circumstances. You're stuck because of your state. So here's your practice. Every morning, before the world grabs your attention, take 5 minutes to raise your state. And let's talk about fear. Most people wait for fear to disappear before they take action. There's a story of a woman who wanted to start a podcast, but felt terrified of being judged. Now let's pause. Take a deep breath in and out. That's the miracle of being human. Every moment is a doorway to a new reality. One of the fastest ways to transform is through embodied identity. Here's the most important part. Don't do this alone. Environment shapes identity. If you're surrounded by people who complain, doubt, and play small, you will shrink to match them. Your transformation is not a fantasy. It's a strategy. It's a pattern. It's a process. Your future is not waiting somewhere far away. It's here. It's now. So who are you becoming? Say it, feel it, live it again and again. Because once your identity shifts, everything else follows.